Breaking news! Something is brewing inside Dove Valley, and it's not just the usual preseason optimism. This feels bigger, sharper, and more calculated than anything we've seen from the Denver Broncos in years. Behind closed doors, Sean Payton is making moves, sending messages, and building a culture that has players locked in and reporters raising their eyebrows. It's the kind of energy that makes you stop and wonder, what exactly is he cooking up that he's so confident about? And why are those close to the team quietly whispering that this group could be special? Before we pull back the curtain on what's really going on, smash that like button if you've been bleeding orange and blue for more than 2 decades. It's incredible to see this fan base span generations. And if you're all in on this season, drop this in the comments. Go Broncos! My heart bleeds orange and blue, because what I'm about to tell you might just change the way you look at this team heading into week 1. Here's the deal. Kay Adams, who has a history of getting the straight truth out of Sean Payton, was at training camp. She's calling the Broncos Super Bowl contenders, saying we could have a top 5 offense and the best defense in the league. That's not her guessing. She knows Payton well enough to tell when he's bluffing, and this man isn't backing off those expectations one bit. If he thought her praise was overblown, this was his chance to pump the brakes. Instead, he threw gasoline on the fire, smiling and confirming what we've all been hoping. This team has the pieces to go all the way. She even left donuts in the media room with a note saying, "See you in Levi's Stadium in February," which, of course, is where the Super Bowl will be. Critics pointed fingers after the preseason game against San Francisco, but Payton shut those down quickly. Concerns about R.J. Harvey bouncing runs outside? Payton laughed it off, saying Harvey will have plenty of inside runs this season. Questions about having only one rookie punter who's barely been in the U.S. for 3 years? Payton doubled down, revealing that Hall of Fame punter Thomas Morstead vouched for him, saying, "You've got a real good one here." The message is clear. This coach knows exactly what he's doing, and he's not rattled by outside noise. Payton's attention to detail is next level. He was ticked about a 3 a.m. flight return from San Francisco and adjusted the schedule to ensure players got the rest they needed. He's even doing sleep studies on players to maximize performance. That's the kind of precision you want running an NFL team. On the field, the pass rush looks terrifying. Jonathan Cooper had a feast of a practice, and with him alongside Nick Benito, the Broncos have one of the most dangerous edge rushing duos in the league. Behind them, depth guys like Jonah Ellis, Andre Tillman, and Q Robinson are showing promise. Even with Benito nursing a minor foot injury, Payton expects him back at practice immediately, which is great news. Bo Nix is clearly the QB1, and we're seeing important offensive shifts, like Marvin Mims being on the field for 16 of Nix's 19 snaps in preseason, not just in gadget roles. Last season, Mims lined up as a wide receiver only half the time. Now he's consistently in the outside WR role, ready to stretch defenses. Imagine defenses trying to cover crossing routes with both Mims and Pat Bryant. It's a nightmare matchup waiting to happen. Then there's Jade Barron, a rookie cornerback who graded out as one of the best rookies in preseason at 78.3. That kind of talent in the secondary is rare in the 3rd round, making this pickup a brilliant move by Payton and the front office. And while the 49ers are seeing players drop to injury left and right, Denver's careful ramp-up approach has kept the roster healthy and ready for week 1. And that's where things start getting even more intriguing, because Sean Payton isn't just talking a big game, he's subtly shifting the culture inside Dove Valley in a way that screams long-term success. You can see it in the way he handles both the media and his players. The man is calculated but unapologetic, balancing high expectations with genuine connection. This isn't a coach who needs to win the room with empty hype. He's winning it by backing his words with actions, by showing the guys in that locker room that details matter, preparation matters, and accountability matters. Take that joint practice with the 49ers. Payton admitted it ran longer than he wanted, and that it affected the preseason game. So what did he do? Adjusted. The very next practice, guys were in shells, no heavy contact, pacing themselves for maximum performance. It's the kind of move that doesn't make headlines, but it's what separates great coaches from the rest. Jonathan Cooper continues to be a nightmare for offensive tackles, and what's even scarier is that the Broncos aren't relying on just 2 or 3 guys to create pressure. They're back to having a full rotation of dangerous edge rushers. Jonah Ellis flashed elite traits in preseason, Andre Tillman's name keeps coming up in positive reports, and Q Robinson is turning heads. That depth means Denver can stay fresh late into games, exactly when opposing quarterbacks start making mistakes. The offense? It's clear Bo Nix is earning the respect of veterans and coaches alike. His chemistry with Marvin Mims is something to keep an eye on, especially given how Mims is now being used as a true wideout instead of a gimmick player. That crossing route combo with Mims and Pat Bryant could become a signature look for Denver, physical, fast, and nearly impossible to defend without drawing penalties. Jade Barron's emergence is another storyline that can't be overstated. It's rare to find a rookie corner who looks this polished this early, and to have him already graded as one of the top rookies in preseason speaks volumes about both his talent and the Broncos scouting department. In a league where elite corner play is a luxury, Denver might have just stolen one in the third round. Payton's list of ticked-off items growing from 14 to 17 is telling. Most of them weren't even on-field mistakes. They were about travel, rest, and logistical details that can snowball into bigger issues if left unchecked. That's what makes him dangerous as a head coach. He's not just playing chess on Sundays. He's arranging the board all week long so the pieces are always where they need to be. And while other teams are nursing injuries before the season even starts, Denver's careful build-up is paying off. No projected Week 1 starters are currently expected to miss the opener, which is no small feat in today's NFL. That's part smart coaching, part smart conditioning, and part culture change. Guys are buying into the way Payton wants things done. The vibe around this team is different. Broncos country. We've had years where optimism felt forced, where the preseason hype didn't match the reality on the field. But this year, it's coming from the top down, and it's being matched by what we're seeing in practice and games. The question now isn't whether Sean Payton believes this team can compete. It's whether they can channel that belief into 17 weeks of consistent, disciplined, and ruthless football. And if we're being honest, the signs that this could be the start of a special run are everywhere. You just have to look closely. The tone inside the Broncos facility has shifted in a way that veteran players and new guys alike are noticing. Sean Payton has made it clear that the little things aren't optional. They're the foundation. He's putting an emphasis on details that might seem small to outsiders, but in a league where the margin between winning and losing is razor thin, they're everything. Think about the R.J. Harvey situation. Other coaches might have quietly pulled him aside and asked him to be more disciplined inside the tackles, but Payton went public and essentially said, "I'm not worried." That's not just a confidence boost for Harvey. It's a message to the whole roster that the head coach trusts his players to figure things out and perform. That kind of belief can change the way guys play. Then there's the rookie punter situation. Plenty of teams would have brought in a veteran just to make it a competition, but Payton doubled down on his guy after getting validation from Thomas Morstead himself. That's not stubbornness, that's calculated conviction. If this kid turns into a long-term weapon on special teams, this will be one of those early season storylines we look back on and say, Payton saw it before anyone else. Jonathan Cooper's dominance in practice isn't a fluke either. He's been trending upward for a while, but what's different now is the supporting cast. With Benito healthy and Jonah Ellis making a strong first impression, Denver's pass rush could be the deepest we've seen in years. Payton's ability to rotate fresh legs and keep constant pressure on opposing quarterbacks is going to pay off late in games and late in the season when it matters most. Bo Nix's development is also moving faster than some expected. His comfort with the offense is showing in how he distributes the ball and how he trusts his receivers to win. Marvin Mims being used as a true outside threat is going to open up so many possibilities, especially when defenses have to account for Pat Bryant in crossing routes and pick plays that skirt the line of legality but create massive separation. Those are the kinds of offensive wrinkles that can flip games. On defense, Jade Barron's early success is exactly the kind of hidden gem you need if you want to contend. Third-round corners aren't supposed to look this poised against NFL competition this early, but Barron does. That allows Vance Joseph more flexibility in his defensive packages, knowing he has another reliable option in coverage. Payton's growing ticked-off list might sound funny, but it's proof that he's never satisfied. Whether it's avoiding hotels near noisy festivals or adjusting the team's travel schedule, he's protecting every possible edge. You can tell this is a man who's been there, done that, and knows the kind of preparation it takes to get to February football. And here's the kicker.